Hello everyone, my name is Elmo Vincent Bernardo Muros, and I'm about to share the story of Beatrix Potter, The Tale of Peter Rabbit. The Tale of Peter Rabbit is a children's book written and illustrated by Beatrix Potter that follows mischievous and disobedient young Peter Rabbit as he gets into and is chased around the garden of Mr. McGregor. He escapes and returns home to his mother, who puts him to bed after offering him chamomile tea. Four little rabbits named Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and Peter live with their mother under the root of a big fir tree. One morning, as she is leaving to go shopping, Mrs. Rabbit warns her children not to go into Mr. McGregor's garden. She tells them that their father was caught there and put into a pie. Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail go down the lane to gather blackberries, but Peter disobeys his mother's orders and goes straight to Mr. McGregor's garden. He squeezes himself under the gate and feasts on Mr. McGregor's vegetables. He gets a stomach ache from eating too much. As he is looking for some parsley to settle his stomach, he runs into Mr. McGregor. Mr. McGregor yells out, "Stop, thief!" and starts chasing Peter. Peter is terribly frightened and cannot remember which way the gate is. He runs all around the garden, losing his shoes in the process. Then the buttons on his jacket get caught on the gooseberry net. He only just manages to wriggle out of the jacket and get away before Mr. McGregor can trap him. Peter runs into the tool shed and hides in the watering can. Unfortunately, the can is filled with water. Peter sneezes. Mr. McGregor hears the sneeze and goes after Peter. Peter jumps out of a window which is too small for Mr. McGregor to go through. Mr. McGregor decides to give up and go back to work. Peter is lost, frightened, tired, and wet. He asks a mouse for directions, but she cannot talk because she is carrying a large pea in her mouth. Peter begins to cry. He wanders around and comes to a pond. There is a white cat sitting very still and watching some goldfish. Peter decides not to disturb her because he has heard about cats from his cousin Benjamin. He goes back to the tool shed. He hears the noise of a hoe and climbs on the top of a wheelbarrow to take a peek. He sees Mr. McGregor hoeing onions. Then he sees the gate on the other side of the garden past Mr. McGregor. Peter runs as fast as he can, and before Mr. McGregor can catch up with him, slips under the gate. Mr. McGregor uses Peter's jacket and shoes to dress up a scarecrow. Peter keeps running all the way to his house and flops down exhausted. His mother wonders what happened to his clothes. Peter does not feel well at all that evening. Mrs. Rabbit puts him to bed and gives him a dose of chamomile tea. His sisters, however, have a really nice supper of bread, milk, and blackberries. The end. The moral of Beatrix Potter's The Tale of Peter Rabbit is that you should always listen to your parents. That's all for today, and goodbye.